Hello people. Today I'm going to give you guys the two pieces of advice that I most passionately believe are the complete difference between success and failure on Amazon FBA. Before I give these two tips, I just want to give a little bit of backstory about why I'm so passionate about these two topics. So I started my Amazon research approximately 9 months ago. That's basically when I started finding out about what it was. About 6 months ago, I really started getting real. I bought Jungle Scout. I started researching about how to find good products. And when I would watch videos, similar to my other Jungle Scout videos that I put up, I would find these gurus finding products with high sales and low competition. And I thought, okay, this is doable, right? I expected, when I did my research, to be able to find products the same way that they were. And lo and behold, when I did buy my Jungle Scout, when I did do my product research, I found that every product that I would come across would be just not quite as good. It wouldn't have as many sales, it wouldn't have as low of competition, which is probably my most important criteria. And I kind of figured, okay, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I find that perfect product? And so for me, it took me probably a month and a half or so of, okay, I've found my product, like this is the one. And then you track it for a bit, you realize that there's some negatives to it, and then you switch. I think I switched what my one product was probably 3 times before I found a product that I was really happy with. But what was the big difference between what these guys on the videos that I was watching for training versus what I was actually finding in my product research is that they simply beat me to it. They were doing their product research in 2015 or early 2016, whereas I was doing it right at the end of 2016 or the start of 2017. And one of the most common things I can remember people asking was, is Amazon FBA too competitive? A lot of people were agreeing that Amazon FBA was too competitive. And I started to get worried, like, oh damn, maybe I shouldn't go into this. But I executed. Once I was confident with my product, I executed, which is very important. In the time span of my product order being placed to my product arriving here in Canada, the amount of competition for my product had more than doubled. It was incredible. The amount of new sellers that came in with my product was crazy, and now we're in a big race to the top. I think, in the early days, if you got into Amazon, you're making good money and the competition was low, and it's gone up and up, and now it's on this exponential curve. Like, we're about right here. The amazing product opportunities are few and far between, and you guys can probably guess what my #1 point is by now, is soon we're gonna be like this. Competition is going to be nuts. Amazon FBA is becoming mainstream. So the #1 thing that I want to stress is, don't be in the one side of, I just wanna find a product today, talk to suppliers tomorrow, and place my order the next day. But also, so many people are stuck in the analysis paralysis, I think they call it, stage. It's a good term, where they research and they research for a year. They know almost everything they're ever gonna need to know, but they never pull the trigger and get that product moving. And that is so frustrating. Like, if I knew about Amazon FBA a year earlier and I started selling my product, I would be making 6 figures off of it. I can almost be certain of that. If I had gotten to Amazon right from the start, like even just 3-4 years ago, I would be ashamed if I wasn't making $300,000 profit per year. Not to say that I still don't think I can make 6 figures soon. That's what I'm really shooting for, but it really just goes to show that you can't get caught up in analyzing every decision. You have to be confident in your product, be confident that you've chosen the right product based on sales and competition, but once you have that product, do not delay. You have to execute. It's not the biggest risk in the world, and there is so much upside to selling on Amazon FBA, and there still is today. You just got to get moving as soon as possible, and I just can't stress that enough. So my second point, it is kind of a spin-off of the first point, and that is too many people are worried that their product is going to cripple them if it doesn't go well. What I can say to this is you do your product research at the start so that you do not have this problem later on. So if you've found a product that has good sales and has a low amount of competition, and you know that the profit margins are right, some other little things that I've talked about in my other videos, even if you strike out, it's your first product, you don't know everything, maybe you paid too much for your product, you paid too much for shipping, you messed up some small things. Even if everything tends to go wrong, as long as your product research was done correctly and you have the right criteria set out, worst case scenario is you'll probably break even. You can, sell the product for lower than everyone else. You'll still have, a little bit or maybe break even profit margin, but I want to stress that as long as you've done your product research properly, you're smart about it, and you don't enter a super competitive niche, the worst you can really do is breaking even. So if that is a fear for some people, I really want to alleviate that fear, because if you just do your work, stay prepared, and execute now rather than delay and do it later, I really think that that's how everyone can become successful with Amazon FBA. And it's a lot more simple than a lot of people think. You just have to take action and take that leap of faith. So those are my 2 messages today, guys. I hope you guys can really take them to heart, because from a lot of people that have been messaging me, I've started to realize a trend. People are either in the category of wanting to take action too quickly, or being stuck in an analyzation of their product. And you just got to make sure, do your product research, get the numbers down, and then execute. Don't delay. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to, instant message me on Facebook Messenger, or ask any types of questions in the comments below. And please subscribe, watch my other videos. We got lots more content coming, and I'll see you guys later.